In today's video, I am building an ultra modern house in Bloxburg. And it's actually inspired from this TikTok. As you can see, it's like the Amazon rainforest. And then it's like Kim Kardashian style interior. And it really inspired me. So credits to this user who made the house. And let's give it a go. We'll name the plot. Hi, I am Kim Kardashian West. Beep, beep, beep.
He blocked me.
Also, don't forget to subscribe right now. Right now. Okie dokie, so if we take a look at the video, as you can see, it's actually floating. Now, I don't know about you, but this ain't looking like Hogwarts to me. So when the time comes, I'm gonna add pillars on mine. And also, if you're wondering what this is, basically, if you wanna find the center of the plot, you just draw a big X and then the middle line is the center. So, little maths trick for you there. Anyway, I'm gonna start by building the layout on the floor and then we're gonna raise it up one. Because I don't know about you, I just can't like build the floor like this. That's just gonna confuse me too much. So it's gonna be a pretty big house, but I do not want it to be even at all. I want it to actually be, if anything, like uneven. And this little gap here is actually gonna be for like the waterfall Amazon rainforest part. I guess we just curve it in and make it just like a river. Anyway, that is not all in the house. There's also like a really cool centerpiece, which basically has like a gigantic tree in it growing through the middle of the house. And I thought, why not even have a smaller one over here? So all we have to do is raise that up. I'm sorry, was that a cool transition or what? And I don't even have a joke to say what this looks like. I really do not know. So now we can get rid of all of this first floor because obviously that was just a little template, like a little stencil. You know when you used to use stencils at school? And oh yeah, baby, look at all this moolah. And I've just realized the house is actually a bungalow. So I guess this is the layout done. And now it's for the floor, which, why is it doing this? I want a floor, but I don't want it to cover up these parts. What do you mean overlapping? There's no overlap here, Kay. There's none. Whatever, mate. And if you're worried about the texture going mental, chicken oriental, do not worry, I have a plan, guys. I have a plan. Basically, if we were to place a lovely plank texture here, look at it. Look at that. This is the most disgraceful thing about Bloxburg, is that floors do this. But what my idea was, is we could use twisted wood. Oh God. Oh, goodness me.
Oh, goodness me.
Were you silent or were you silenced?
I was going to say twisted wood has no direction. What are these lines? Wait, why do I kind of like it though? And when you're actually in here, you can't really tell. Okay, I think that's good. Next up is also very, very easy. It's just simply adding a roof in. And then I don't know about you, but it really looks like it's basic shapes on the bottom. But what I'm starting to wonder is maybe we could just do it with a roof. I do not know if this is going to work or if this is going to be a travesty. And also, now that we've got the floor in, we can actually delete these walls. You might be thinking, what, Reese's? Why are you deleting these as well? Well, basically, the entire thing is made out of glass. You're not getting an inch of privacy in this house. So if you're planning on doing anything shifty, this ain't the house for you, okay? Now, I don't know about you. I feel like it would be almost impossible to have all of this as basic shapes. So I guess we're just gonna have to do a roof. But I'm worried because roofs leave weird, annoying lines. So if it does that, then I'm suing. But I guess maybe we could cover it with carpets or something. I don't know. This is my first time building something like this, guys. And I'm not a pro builder. And really, look at this. I can't even build in a straight line. Okay, squad, we have got it in. I don't know why I just called us all squad, but this is my progress in 20 minutes. I think it's actually worked out fine. And the lines between the roofs, you really can't tell that they're even there. We're gonna have it as light stone gray, almost with a tinge of yellow. And what in God's name is this? Why can I not place this one? This is honestly oh my gosh, wait! I did that on accident. I was about to say this is Floptopia, but no, now we can have like a raised platform of the house, and this like goes into a lower platform. No, the detail is just thriving in this build today. And it looks exactly the same from the outside, so bonus! So the next step of our house is going to be adding in the windows. Also, the front door. I think I want the front door to be here, and we can have like a cute spiral staircase going up it. We'll just place a wall here, because obviously we're gonna need that to place the door on it. And I'm gonna take the roof down so we can actually see what the hell we're doing. So you might be asking me, Reese's, why are you not just adding a bunch of these really nice long windows that can be resized for eternity? Well, those do look really nice, but it's not actually that much more effort to go in and make custom windows. And they look so much better, it's unbelievable. I think we'll make 2 models. We'll have a 3-block model and then a 1-block model. And the best part about this being all modern and minimalistic is that it does not need any sides. Like, we literally do not need to put any beams or anything on here. But yes, as you can see, some of these are going to need to be too wide instead. And look, guys, isn't this so easy to just place these? And it's actually cheaper than those other windows, which is crazy. And why did I low-key build this perfectly? These basic shapes are literally working amazingly.
12 seconds later.
Oh, maybe I spoke a little bit too soon. This one, it's a little bit different and unusual. I guess in the middle here, this is an excuse for us to add some pillars. And I'm even going to put these at corners so it looks really beautiful. This is the part when I finish off my glass. But there we have it, guys. That is all of the windows in. So now we basically just have a big floating blob. But next up, I think we should add the staircase going up to the door here. And then we can sort of build all the terrain around it. So I think I might put that grand staircase in the middle here. And then we'll have the side staircase going up around the side. And absolutely all of the staircases are going to be custom. So what we first need to do is make the original step, which isn't actually that hard because all it is like a plank about this wide. But there we go. I think that can be our staircase now. So obviously I have no idea how this is going to work, but we'll start by putting our top one there. And if I was feeling like being a plain Jane, just really basic, then I could just place them like this.
You're basic.
But of course we're not going to do that. Don't you worry. Chicken pot pies. You raise me up. And wow, this is taking a lot more steps than I first anticipated. So that looks really cool in itself, as I stated earlier, but we want it to look a little bit realistic, a little bit not like how it's meant to be. So we're of course going to twist these all. Oh my gosh, that looks so cool. So I'm guessing we should just color it the concrete. It obviously looks a little bit weird and in the open right now, but once we've got all of our nature in, it's going to look so much better. So let's just connect that up to a pathway real quick. And I've tried to keep the floor and like this pathway as thin as possible, but I've also just had a little revelation. Maybe for these last couple of steps, we could actually raise it up a little bit, make it a flat platform until we get to here-ish where it could just be the stairs. Oh my gosh, I love that. And I was originally going to have this as like a really cool bathtub area, but now I feel like we need to have it as a staircase, like that really cool spiral stairs. And then maybe this here can actually be a door. So we'll use that one and only wall that we've used so far. And so I guess before we place the rest of the river in, we're going to have to do that staircase. So I'd say the steps can actually be a little bit wider than the other ones and a little bit thicker. And we're just going to have to go completely rogue with this. I don't think there's a way to make this equals pequals. And oh gosh, no, not somersaults. We don't want to be doing somersaults today. And then maybe actually to give us a little bit of extra detail, we could be adding some thin pillars here. Ooh la la. And if you're worried about that little pokey in bit, don't worry, pillars can be resized, darling. So there we go. And now let's try and place the rest of this staircase in. And there we have it, guys. This is the staircase. I mean, why?
What was that?
I mean, I'm not quite sure why there's some gaps up here. I think that is pretty much almost perfect. And I cannot wait to feel I cannot wait for the tour to be able to like go and try all these stairs out. I've also just thought maybe it'd be best to have this as a roof. So I do feel like switching up a little bit at this point and going inside and doing some decorating. But obviously at some point in this video, we're gonna have to come back out here and do the gardening, which is gonna be so fun. But I feel like we should just quickly get some decals prepared. But I think the palm leaves are working very well. And oh my gosh, I shouldn't have started with decals because when I start, I literally can't stop. And then we will get some paintings ready as well. So decal reveal. These are all the decals I've picked. These ones are obviously for inside and these ones. And then these are going to be for the outside. But let's head in now and actually watch a bit more of this TikTok. So as you can see, once we're inside, these Kim K shelves, we need to find a way to build them. We also need to find a way to do this sofa. Oh my gosh, I didn't even notice a person sat there. So as for the actual shape, we're going to use the smooth... Wait, what? I thought it was called bevel. Oh yeah, look, the beveled one. Oh, I didn't notice that. I never knew there was a smooth one as well as a bevel. And this is going to be the main seat. And then we'll obviously have one behind it, raised as the back of the seat. And then we're going to need a bevel. I love that word. Bevel. If you guys like the word bevel, comment down below bevel right now. But yeah, basically, we're going to need a beveled bit for like the end. Basically, in my eyes, it just needs to be a really curved sofa. And bear in mind, guys, this is one of my first times building a sofa with custom shapes. So, you know, cut me some slack, okay? Also, shouldn't we be adding like a stool or something here so you can actually sit down? Can you sit on this? I don't think you can sit on that. We basically need one of these, but really small. Do you know what? We're just going to make it so you have to do the sit emote. And oh my gosh, this is already looking so slay. And there we go. And it's actually a bit realistic having it like this. Look, that is where you're going to drop your homework. So really, I'm making excuses for you here. And I don't think the person in the TikTok had any pillows, but I'm just going to try adding a few. And literally, when I say a few, I literally mean a few, only 3. And if you didn't know, a few means 3 and a couple means 2.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
I also noticed these curtains. Now, I don't know about you, but that's either a decal or it's like a transparent cube. So back to the decals. If I just look up curtains, PNG, hopefully it will come up with some modern ones. I mean, that just looks so bad, doesn't it? I guess we're just gonna have to use good old-fashioned semi-transparent cylinders. This is simply a guess. I don't know if this is actually what he did, but to me, it kind of looks like a few of these are stacked up to make curtains. Oh my gosh, that actually looks like curtains. So over in this part here, I'm thinking a piano would be absolutely perfect. Now, that is very tight in the corner, but it's fine. Also, I've just realized the underside of this, we should probably also be making like a twisted wood or something. Because obviously, that is technically the ceiling. And speaking of ceilings, we need to add lights. Despite this whole house being glass, where's the lighting? Where is the natural lighting? Even if I put it on auto, where is it? I don't see no lighting. But actually, I feel like putting lighting on the ceiling might be a foolish mistake to make. Instead, I think we should be using these glass tables. And then we're just going to have to find the most aesthetic table lamp possible. And then obviously behind here, we're going to need some sort of floor lamp. And personally, I think this one's the most aesthetic. That is such a nice area. I'm actually in love. But it's not yet done. Because of course, we also have this gorgeous coffee table that we need to add. So I personally think it's made from 2 cylinders and a square. And we're doing a lot of maths today, aren't we?
Damn, wait, what's 22 plus 22? 22 plus 22 is 200.
And there is a really nice wood color. I do not know for the life of me what it is. It might be wheat or... Oh, yeah, I think it might be cashmere, you know, guys. I don't really want to ruin this, but maybe by putting a little candle and some coffee table books all the way from New York City. Now, can you see this? What is this? What kind of chair is this? I am not someone who can actually do custom chairs, though. So what I'm thinking of doing is maybe trying to layer the contemporary with the mid-century, which we've done before. I don't think that looks that bad, to be honest. And there we go. At least now we have somewhere you can actually sit in this lounge room. So next up, I've just realized we didn't even add the glass in for these parts here. Now, part of me wants to do something which I'll probably regret it, but I really want I want a hole in the roof here. But I feel like it's just going to be quite difficult, but I'll give it a go. I will give it a go. And so far, it actually seems to be going quite well. Maybe I'm just making a fuss about nothing. And then, of course, the whole point of that is to add the skylight in. I mean, let's have at it then. Let's have at it. We can actually get rid of this silly light. To be fair, that does look so much better, doesn't it, guys? So, obviously, in this area, we've got the entryway. So, maybe we should add that in because I'm not going to lie, I'm a little bit lost with this layout. It's very hard to make a layout when there's no wall. And as far as the front doors go, I actually think I really want this modern reveal one, to be fair. So, that is our lovely front door. Do you think we should add a doorbell or anything? And maybe not the FBI one. Maybe this one. And maybe over here is where we can have that cool Kim Kardashian shelf. Of course, we've got the 2 tall parts that go through the ends. And the reason I'm using that rather than going in and using a pillar is because that pillar's way too fat.
You call me fat?
Also, guys, if I sound really sniffly, I had the worst night's sleep of my whole life last night. I'm not even joking. I could not breathe. I was literally couldn't breathe through my nose and I was all struggling. And then when I finally got to sleep after literally almost perishing, my cat jumps on my face and wakes me up. So yes, if I sound like I've got a cold, it's because I've got a really bad cold. So there we go. This is a start, but is it just me? That does not look curvy enough. I want it to curve right round, baby. And there we go. Not gonna lie, that is literally completely blocking the entryway, but it's fine. I actually have a really good idea of how we can like make this copy and pasteable. So if we do it like that, and then we just build each one off of the other one. And it's only 1,000 each time. So we'll just have that going all the way up to the ceiling. And oh my gosh, it looks beautiful. Right, we're gonna have to put some sort of fake light in here for now so we can actually see what we're doing. But yeah, anyway, then the rest I'm just gonna make pine cone brown. And guys, I love that. I wish Bloxburg would add a shelf like this. Bloxburg can add a lot bigger items lately. For example, like these screens. So they've clearly got the capability to do it. They're a very amazing team. I wish they'd add more bigger everyday items. Anyway, speaking of everyday items, let's place a few of them on here. And there we have it. That was actually surprisingly more difficult than you might think to find enough decorations to put on here. But I think that's ended up looking really nice. I'm going to nab this plant that we used over here. And I was thinking that could go quite nicely, just like a little backdrop to this. I was thinking we could just have like a little industrial bench here with some slippers because Bloxburg has not yet added any other shoes. So shall we have the kitchen here? I feel like on the lower level, it makes sense to have the bedrooms. But just before we do any more rooms, I think we should go outside now and decorate because you know I said I just needed a small little break. So just to refresh your mind, this is what the outside looks like. And in my eyes, I think we need some terraforming going on here. So if you didn't know, terraforming you can basically do in Bloxburg with a mansard roof in the basement. So sadly, you do need the basement game pass, but I'm only gonna have it very, very low today. And truly, it does not matter what this looks like on my build today because it's gonna be covered head to toe in garden. And I've actually decided to make this river here a little bit bigger. And also, I feel like we should be fencing this off in some way or another. So I've covered it up pretty neatly, to be fair. Now is the time for the gardening. And my advice for gardening is to place down 2 of each thing that you intend to use. You're gonna keep one the original size, and then you're gonna make the other one absolutely gigantic. But you can pretty much resize all of the plants in Bloxburg. And now that we've got all of these, we just get to go crazy. And it's very important that on the river bends here, we actually use a lot of different ones and basically try and make it look like the river isn't just a big flat straight line. And honestly, guys, it's cheaper than you think because each plant is only about $100. And I don't know about you guys, but I think this looks amazing. I sort of just got carried away and just went silent when I was doing all of it.
Do not talk to me until I have had my coffee.
So yes, I basically got most of it done now, other than the custom stuff, because I thought, of course, you guys have to see that. So what we're gonna have to do to make this look realistic is, again, use more semi-transparent cubes. These are like the main character of today's video. And we're gonna need it to go pretty tall. Also, I have just thought, we're going to need to quickly add another decal. Yes, I know you're probably thinking, what could you possibly be adding now, Reese's? Or what's it called? A tree trunk. I mean, it doesn't really look like a pine tree stump, to be fair. But I ain't here to judge. I'm not here to judge, okay? So we're going to go ahead and we're going to grab both of our different little decals here. And of course, max them out immediately. And then here is where we can hopefully make the most of all of our palm tree bits and bobs. Oh my gosh, it's $7,000, but it's fully copy and paste. So we're gonna have a few of these lurking in the front, and of course we'll have plenty in that middle one. And oh my gosh, no, this is actually like next level amazing Reese's building here. Oh my goodness gracious me. Have you ever seen anything like this on my channel? No. And then just for like a little bit of peace of mind, I'm gonna actually outline the sides with some palm trees as well, just so it really gives that little extra essence of privacy. And I used to think these were expensive. That was before I met them. And not to get too excited or ahead of the tour, but this must be one of the best things I've actually ever built. So just before we head back inside, we may as well finish this up, mightn't we? So basically, we're going to be using basic shape. Because remember at the beginning, I said, this is not Hogwarts, which school, why am I talking with a lisp? Witchcraft and wizardry. So we do actually need some like pillars to hold this thing up. And oh my gosh, it actually looks so much better with the pillars as well. So there still is one other thing I'd like to add. Remember that little hot tub idea we had? Well, I guess we can still put it down here. And honestly, I didn't want anything complicated, literally just the hot tub itself. And then maybe we could add like a wicker sofa or something out here. And also, I've just really realized, how are we meant to get here? Like, are we actually silly? I think we need to add a bridge or something. Now, please say the Bloxburg bridge is big enough, because I don't really have it in me to build a custom bridge, to be fair. I kind of think it is. I don't mind having a couple of wild plants. We'll just have to, like, borrow a slab. Sorry, I told you guys I had a cold. And there we go. That actually is a really nice touch. But also, it means that we can actually get to the stairs now. So I almost forgot this is like our little extra front door. So maybe we could use these instead. And just before we go back inside, we need to fill in these little skylight areas, don't we? I think how I'm going to do it is just have a couple of palm trees, to be honest. I mean, I guess some of them are a bit tall. So let me just bring it out here. And then we'll try making this one much smaller. Perfect. Now this can just go in the middle. Oh my gosh. Look at it being all wonky. I kind of like that. That looks really realistic. So I feel like we could have the kitchen here. This kind of feels like an idyllic place. And obviously, there's not really much you can custom do in a kitchen. Excuse me. Do you want to link up or what? Really? We're going to have to place these even custom. Not going to lie, that is kind of crazy.
This is crazy.
And as for the appliances, I'm just going to try my hardest to make this look really unique. I was thinking for the fridge, we could actually use the beverage fridge, because why not? Like, that actually looks like we've finally got something stocked up in here. And let me know what you think of this, guys. But I personally think that this wooden counter looks absolutely amazing. So we'll then just add the rest of the appliances. And this would not be a true Rice's kitchen without a kitchen island. And the best part is we don't have to really worry about it being center because nothing in his center. I mean, I do really wish these would just connect, but my guess is because we're building on a roof, it's not really having any of it. So maybe we could make up for it with some LEDs. Oh my gosh, that's actually kind of worked. It doesn't really look all gappy now. I mean, they're a little bit wonky. We'll just fix that up. And then I think the tiki stools, I really like these. And I'm sorry, I know I said no ceiling lights, but surely we can make an exception for these pendants. Also, a lot of people hate fruit bowls. They're like, it just clashes the room. Guys, I really love them, so I'm gonna add a fruit bowl. Please don't hate me. We sort of have this weird empty space here. So what I'm sort of thinking we should do is add a hairpin dresser. You guys probably clicked on this video expecting a hairpin dresser within the first 5 seconds because it's a true Reese's modern build. I'm so sorry I've taken this long to add one. And in this area here, I guess we could do one of my iconic carpets. But yes, I'm absolutely loving this kitchen area, y'all. So over here, I guess it makes sense to have the dining table room. So I kind of want to try something different by having like a corner dining table. I know, like, say what now? A corner dining room? What? I don't know if I want to like do custom chairs on it. I genuinely really like the way that these look. I mean, perhaps we could make them look detailed just with the textures alone. Maybe we should just set the table with some placemats. And oh my gosh, I always forget a knife and fork. Or in Bloxburg, it's a spoon and fork. I think because they weren't allowed to add knives or something. But anyway, let's place these in all nice and neat. And in the middle, we should do like a really cool tulip display. Or maybe, actually, we could just use this. Sorry, tulips, you've been outvoted by this gorgeous plant. And as for this area here, I think we should just add a couple more curved sofas. So I'm actually going to base it off that one. And basically, in this corner, have you guys ever seen like those massive armchairs that you can just like fall into? Basically, that's what I'm going to try and do here. And rather than adding pillows on here, we're going to actually add spheres. So I feel like in a way, these look much better. Oh my gosh, I love that. And then as for the armchairs, we're basically just gonna have 2 of these joined together and we can cover up that weird stain, I'm hoping at least, with a blanket. We can just do that thing that, you know, the pro builders do where they like add a bunch of these to make more texture. And we're gonna sort of make that same cashmere design pattern with these tables. And honestly, I think that looks like such a cozy living area. And shall we add a TV? I kind of feel like this is the kind of house you don't need a TV in. Like, look at this view.
I like the view.
Just before we step down into the bedroom quarters, I feel like we should add an office. And if we actually go back to our TikTok, I'm pretty sure, yes, look, there was an office. I don't even know what that looked like. It was like a custom desk. I probably wouldn't have done one of these. So good thing we went and checked. So I guess it could be a little something like this. And the key is with this kind of stuff, guys, is you've actually got to look at the numbers. So did you see, I just raised that up to exactly 2. And that way you know that your things is going to be exactly the same height. And then I'm pretty sure the person who built this actually had like a little extra bit here. And wow, this looks like a desk that could take over the world. And I always like to have little visitor chairs at my desk. So we can use these cashmere ones. And I really do like the ultra computer, but in a way, I kind of prefer this one. It looks so much nicer. And then I always forget phones as well. We'll add a little phone in. And then we'll finish off the little office room with a couple of plants behind it, maybe. Now, I don't really want anything copy and paste in this house. I think it's too good to have copy and pasting. But I feel like a dresser or 2, that is allowed. And that just leaves this weird area. So
I have an idea!
Oh my gosh, should we have a gym here, guys? I mean, the only thing is that might like stop us being able to get through. I mean, we could add it as if this is like a door. We could have the little handles and all that kind of stuff. That does not look bad from the outside at all. You literally can't even tell. And now we've just got like this little extra area. I'm actually gonna go and steal this little thing here. But also, we can put some kettlebells on there rather than slippers. And not me pretending I know what these are called. I only know because I had like this weird era in my life where I wanted to be like really gym. And so I literally bought so much gym equipment, including kettlebells. And now it's just all sat in a room in my house. So I mean, one day, technically, if I wanted to go to the gym a lot, I technically could. Also, I don't know what these little balls are meant to be, but they kind of look good in here. So that is our little gym area. This type of house, you definitely like run into things all the time and smash your face up. And then just here, we're literally just going to be using a very simple, very twank. Why do I keep having a lisp? I think the reason I have a lisp is because, guys, I've been filming for over 2 2 hours. But there we go. We're now into the bedroom quarters. Do you think we should have 1 or 2 bedrooms? I think this is big enough, definitely, for 2. And perhaps it's time, guys. Perhaps it is time to bite that bullet and actually add a wall in here. So there we go. Perhaps this could be the guest bedroom, and then this could be like the main master bedroom. Right, first things first, we need some more lights underneath here because it is literally so dingy, especially over here in this guest bedroom. Now, I'm gonna definitely use the same bed for both the rooms, and it is the hairpin bed. Where is it? Oh, it's here. For a second there, I got really scared. I was like, have they deleted the hairpin bed? Imagine, guys, if Bloxburg did that. They were like, oh, we don't like this item anymore, and they started like deleting items. So since we have already decided that we're going to be copy and pasting this bed, we need to make sure that it's absolutely gorgeous. I love how I was like, no copy and pasting, guys. And then I've copy and pasted literally everything since then. Now, once we've added the door onto this room, that also sort of reminded me, we have this little hallway area here. And I wasn't sure if we should add a carpet, but look, it fits exactly right. That is too perfect to ignore. And remember, oh my gosh, I almost forgot, almost, but not quite, about these. This is where we can finally use those decals, y'all. So as I said, this last bit here is like the closet and bathroom area. So I'm kind of thinking this space here is perfect for a little bathtub. And I've never seen a build more suited to a fountain bathtub. If you didn't know, a fountain bathtub is basically just a bathtub, but it has like a fountain shower in the middle. I never know what they're called. Waterfalls. Oh my gosh, I have 50 waterfalls. What the hell? And as for our lighting situation on here, what we're going to have to do is get one of these planks and do one of those cute bathtub setups. As for the sinks, finally, we can actually have like a big sink unit that actually looks nice. And that's another benefit of using these basic shapes rather than actual windows. You can just place anything you want on them. And if you're ever struggling, y'all, with what to put in your bathroom, just go into the bathroom section.
Everybody knows that.
So there we go. That is the bathroom. Finally in here, we've got the little closet. And I'm very happy that the closet has, by fate, ended up being over here because obviously it's going to be covering up the window. So we didn't want that at the front of the house. You know what I mean? That little island bench there would be absolutely perfect. But how about this for a master bedroom? So I don't want to give too much away of that room before the tour. So as for this one, we're basically just going to copy and paste it, but I'll switch up the color scheme. But with that, guys, my new modern mansion is built. Let's go explore the jungle, the my jungle. Alrighty, guys, here we are at the front gates of the house. Before we get any beautiful views of it, though, if you're wondering, this plot values at $653,000. Bear in mind, there's pretty much no Bloxburg items on this plot. There's no cars. But if we look at the house, I don't know how I've done this. Actually, yes, I do. It is all thanks to that TikToker. I just want to thank them so much for the inspiration. But as we walk into my new house, oh my gosh, it feels so nice. I love having this gardening everywhere. But as we go over my little bridge, forgot what it's called for a second there, we have my swimming pool. Yes, I was going to add lily pads in here, but I actually thought it looks nicer. All just open. And then, oh my gosh, over here's our jacuzzi. I almost forgot about this. But yes, I also love how the house looks amazing from every angle. Not to mention this gorgeous staircase area. So we are going to check this staircase out, but we're not actually going to go in through this way because I feel like we should start the tour at the entrance. Anyway, let's go up these stairs, which are a little bit more rickety. So as we walk in, this is the view that we are met with. Honestly, everything is attacking your senses. This gorgeous custom shelf, my lovely kitchen, this glass skylight. We'll start off with the kitchen. So you can, oh my gosh, you can't even take ingredients from here. What the hell? Okay, we're gonna take some pineapple slices. I didn't know this was even in the game, but honestly, I love the curvature of this kitchen. As we turn around, this is what I like to call the entertainment area. So it's not only your lounge room and your dining room, but it's also can be for parties. So this area here, I feel like this is for the parties. Let's get down. Let's actually see if the sit emote works. It kind of works. It chops off all of your limbs though, which is a shame. Then over here is like the more cozy lounge room. Oh my gosh, I just want to lay on here. It's so beautiful. Oh my god. And then here is the dining table. Pretty cute area. I love how open it is. As we go through here, this is the study. I love the study area of this house. I like how you can see into the bedrooms. I also like this little other skylight here. And you can also get to the gym through here, which you can get to from both ways. As we make our way through to the final section of the house, we actually step down in it. I love that. I feel like people would visit this house and be like, how did you do that? Even though I showed all of you. But as we walk through this corridor, first of all, we have the guest bedroom. So I did actually give this its own ensuite bathroom in the end. No, I'm a billionaire. I don't need to, because I thought it's a bit silly to just have one bathroom in that bedroom. But I love the hallway. This view is just something so special. And finally, guys, is the master bathroom and the master bedroom itself. So of course, this has the big ensuite, and oh my god, paired with this corner closet, I think it's such a special area. And finally, we have my gorgeous bed. So there we have it. That is my new modern mansion. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun making it, and I'll see you all in the next video.